Hi, good evening. My name is Sandra Isanamapenu and I'm here for business. And we stay on the biggest story for today, and it has to do with Men's Gold. Now, customers of Men's Gold say they are not intimidated by moves to drag them to court for defying the Public Order Act. Some of the aggrieved customers spoke to Love Business after a court hearing today that granted bail to 6 of the 7 arrested persons in connection with an illegal demonstration carried out yesterday. According to them, they will continue to fight till they retrieve their investments from Men's Gold. Prince Apia has more in this report.
The 7 customers of Men's Gold dealership company were arrested on Tuesday for flouting a police order not to demonstrate. They are part of about hundreds of customers who protested over the failure of government to help them retrieve their locked up investments. Today, 6 out of the 7 appeared in the Sokorimampo District Court. They have been granted bail to the tune of 5,000 Ghana cedis with a surety for each person. Lawyer of the 6, Kwame Owusu-Sechere, argued that his client had done no wrong and that they were only at the protest ground to check if their monies would be paid. He added that the 6 did not hold any placards as indicated by the prosecution. Eric Bafo, who led the customers to court, says they are not intimidated by the situation. They will continue to press home their need for their monies to be paid.
Intimidated, and no one is intimidating us. Let me put that across. So far as the course is still on, we will keep on fighting. When I say we will keep on fighting, doesn't mean we are going to go against the law and the rules. But whatever that we have to do as customers, remember, we always say that we did a legitimate business. We did a legitimate business. So we will keep on fighting until all our needs are settled. That is what we are doing. So this is not intimidating us, and we will never be intimidated. This will rather build us and keep us strong. So we are saying that all customers should come out now whenever we call. We are coming out and we are not intimidated by this issue.
The case has been adjourned to 22nd January 2019. Prince Apia, report.
The year 2018 ended with a slight increase in inflation rate to 9.4% for the month of December compared with 9.3% in November. Charles Aite has the breakdown.
The year 2018 ended with a slight increase in inflation rate to 9.4% for the month of December, compared with 9.3% in November the same year. The monthly change rate in December 2018 was 1.1% against 0.7% in November. Acting Government Statistician David Combat attributed the marginal increase in inflation rates for the month of December to the hike in transport fares as well as spare parts.
Fuel prices didn't seem to have gone up, but as we explained, it's not only fuel that constitutes what transport owners spend on. Spare parts. You hear the Aboso kind of people, talking about, and some of it is cumulative. Sometimes when prices increase, the fuel price increase marginally, they don't increase their fares. Then it increases again, they don't increase. Then at some point they come, we are increasing our fares because cumulatively, even though there were marginal increases, it is now affecting our operations. Okay.
David Combat also broke down the analysis of inflation for some 5 regions in the country.
Consistently, Upper West has recorded the highest combined inflation rate over the period. And for this month, it also recorded the highest non-food inflation rate, with Ashanti region recording the highest food inflation rate for the month of December 2018. The questions you have been raising is why is it that Upper East is bordering Upper West, but we continue to see this trend where Upper East seems to be recording low rates and Upper West recording high rates. And we have said that these are 2 distinct regions. The entry points are different.
The Consumer Price Index, CPI, measures the change over time in the general price level of goods and services that households acquire for the purpose of consumption with reference to the price level in 2012.
All right, so time now to check some local business stories making headline elsewhere across the country.
The National Insurance Trust (NIT) has announced an increase of 11% in the pensions for 2019. The increase will cost 212 million Ghana cedis. The increase on the 2019 pensions indexation will take effect from the first payment of pensions in January 14, 2019. The Auditor General Daniel Dumelovo has advised the Ministry of Finance to be up and doing by slapping public officials who engage in financial irregularities with hefty sanctions. This, according to him, will among other things help in safeguarding the public purse as well as deterring others from committing such crimes. A government trust to fund struggling local banks with pensions fund has been met with distrust. Angel Carbonu, who leads a union of graduate teachers, has in no uncertain terms asked government to suspend immediately the Ghana Amalgamated Trust.
Some modifications may be made to the new Kotoka International Airport Terminal 3 to enhance service delivery. According to the Minister of Aviation, Kofi Adda, this will include some modifications at the customs check-in points at the arrival and the designing of the terminal to give it a Ghanaian feel. He spoke to Joy Business at the first strategic aviation sector meeting held at the Peduase Valley Resort in the Eastern region.
Strategic off-site meeting by the Ministry of Aviation brought together various regulators in the aviation industry. That's directors from the Ministry of Aviation, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority and the Ghana Airports Company Limited. Together, these bodies have come here to forge an action plan for the aviation industry to help implement policies under this particular sector. This is to enable the sector develop and contribute to the socio-economic development of the country as well as help Ghana become the aviation hub. In an interaction with the media after the first section of the meeting, the Minister for Aviation, Kofi Adda, stressed on some issues that they will be tackling for the year 2019, highlighting the operationalization of the home-based carrier as key on the agenda for the year 2019.
We've gone quite far, entered into an understanding with the Ethiopian Airlines. We've also been engaging some investors who also want to participate in the effort. In fact, one of the reasons why I'm a little late for this meeting is to have a meeting with one of them who has come purposely to talk to us and see how he can participate. We've gone quite far with that. We're hoping that this month we'll be able to review what we've started. We'll try to conclude that in February or negotiate any other item that we have to negotiate. By end of March, we hope to be able to conclude on everything, and going to the early part of second quarter, God willing, we shall begin to fly as a home-based carrier.
Moving on, the minister further added that there will be some modifications made to the new Kotoka International Airport Terminal 3 to give it a Ghanaian feel.
Anybody who hasn't been to Ghana once they land at the airport should see and say, oh, this is Ghana. And when they take a postcard of that and send it home, they'll know Ghana is a slightly different place, will be distinguished from other countries. And then when you go into the terminal building, again, there's nothing, absolutely nothing Ghanaian in there, and that's not acceptable at all. So that has to be done as quickly as possible. Not just the advertising, the Ghanaian symbolism of what makes us a people, that should be in there. So that's what I'm urging the airports company to do. I'll follow through with the directive for them to ensure that it's done as quickly as possible. But what is most troubling is that when you go through immigration and get your luggage through the baggage handling system, you meet the customs people. What many of us who have traveled out of the country see existing other airports is that, they usually have two routes or channels which you can go through. Worse yet, when you step out of that again, you're moving straight into the general public. So we need to structure that. I think that's a major default in the design of the T3, and that's what I'm urging the Ghana Airports Company to work on.
Reporting for Joy Business from Peduase, my name is Sheila Tamaklu.
All right, so it's a wrap for business with me, Sandra Esenam. And for more news, do log on to our website, myjoyonline.com/business for our business update. It's a pleasure having you. Have a great evening.